All right, today we are looking at AI-generated Magic the Gathering cards, and let's get our music available. Do we hear everything? Do we hear some music? We're gonna start off with Exalt's Cavalry. This is a 2-mana legendary enchantment, blue. Tap Scry 1, Seplock, land, vegan, and a 3/3 Sunful giant creature token. This is awful. This doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I'm immediately disappointed. There's nothing to comment about this. It's got a new what's it called? Subtype. We got blue. It's a legendary enchantment blue over here. As if I didn't already know it was a blue card. Seplock is a new mechanic. A lot of new stuff over here. The old Seplock. Seplock, well, I don't know if it's broken. It's a land vegan. Okay, whatever. There's no commentary to this stupid thing. And I don't think it hits anything on our bingo card. Forgot to shuffle. This is our bingo card for today. Screenshot it. You'll need it. Okay, next up, we got the Urborg Hunter. It's another blue card for 6 mana, 3/5 turtle, flying. When pigs fly, no, when turtles fly. Whenever you cast a spirit or arcane spell, you may put a charge counter on your Urborg Hunter. At the beginning of your end step, if Urborg Hunter didn't choose a non-land permanent and a green card, or exiled itself, create a 2/2 white and black vampire Dalek creature token with flying. Is this legal? At the beginning of your end step, if Urborg didn't choose a non-land permanent, that doesn't... I don't think that's even possible. And a green card, or exiled itself. I think this is just another dudder over here. It's another dud. It's going to go to the rank, along with that Dalek, I might add. Didn't choose. Didn't chose. Didn't choose. Didn't chose. That's right. It didn't chose either. So we call that a grammar error. So a token every end step. I don't know what this is trying to say. Like, sorry. If it didn't, and it won't probably if we leave it. Do you know what? It's actually more playable than I thought. It's actually trying to make sure that it didn't do those things. Yeah, we got a 2/2 white and black vampire Dalek creature token with flying. All right, maybe this is legal because it's not going to do any of those things. I guess it's possible it could exile itself with like maybe ephemerate or something to that degree. Yeah, if it doesn't do things it can't do, make it... Exactly, that's exactly how it goes by. What was the first part? Whenever you cast a spirit or arcane spell, you may put a charge counter on your Urborg Hunter. What does it mean by an Urborg Hunter? Is it hunting down the black creatures? Urborg is like a swamp, the land of the swamp. Actually, I don't know what Urborg is. It taps for black mana. That's the only thing I know. All right, Urborg Hunter. I didn't know the Daleks were Urborg. This card's artwork, Zybers. Oh, you like Count Dracula the Turtle? Because that's what I'm seeing over here. Okay, moving on. We got Lich, the Lord of Steel. This is a 7-mana 6/6 dragon. Looks like Smog to me. It's a legendary dragon, flying. Whenever Lich, Lord of Steel, deals combat damage to a player, exile any number of target non-land, non-creature permanents that player controls until their next end step. So that's literally a real card. There's nothing wrong with this card whatsoever. In fact, it looks like it could be put in a commander precon. Dragons are us. A Lich Dragon would be pretty cool. Creature type matches the art. Yeah, that's true. That's rare too. It's like matches the artwork. In theory, the name also matches the creature type. I've never seen all of them come together so evenly. Incredibly doable. Lich, Lord of Steel isn't steel nor a lich. It's a lord. It's hodling all this steel. And do you know what? Steel, it's not worthless, all right? It's worth something in scrap on the secondary market. It's almost as good as gold. Some people protect gold. This guy protects the steel, all right? Steel's not useless. Yeah, the name is Lich. Lich, Lord of Steel. Hey there, Eric. How's it going? Seems bad to me. Flicker post-combat? Yeah. Hey, wait, we didn't say it's good. I mean, it's just playable. Is this like a real... Do we have a real card? Or anything that resembles a real card? Same name as a real card? Not perfectly. Has the flips, card contradicts itself. No, it's a good card. It's actually too good. It's too good for the show. Moving on, we've got the Dauntless Collection. Also, I think Lich would be voting for flying. Dauntless Collection. It's got... It's banned? It looks like a land. But it's not land, it's banned. Tap to add a colorless or tap add Esper. Until end of turn, then you may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. Bro, that's broken! This is crazy. I mean, well, we actually, you know what? We don't know what a band is. We got the band playing over here. I assume this is just a mistyped land. It's just a misspoken land card. It's supposed to be land. I like this. Band? More like band. Send to the ban list. Now that's a cool card art, says Michael Ing. New card type, I guess. Do we have card type here? Card type. No, we don't. This is the super hard bingo card. We have banding kinda. Well, not on the land here. Okay, I'm just gonna assume that this was mistyped band instead of land, even though I see a band here performing a little bit of a concert. But if it was a land, this is absurd. It's supremely broken. It's a 4-color land where you can add colorless, white, blue, black, and then for some reason, until end of turn, you can play lands and cast spells from the top of our deck. You know what's funny? It doesn't tell us that we can look at the top card of our deck. Usually it will say that on a card like this. Like, you may look at the top card of your deck anytime. You may play the top card of your deck. In this case, I have to do it like randomly. I have to, like, I don't know, have as much mana as possible. Float, I don't know, triple black, triple blue, triple white, triple colorless, and then just reveal the top card of my deck and hope that I can cast. Yeah, I have to blind cast all my cards. Because otherwise, like, it will be illegal. And I'll be looking at the top card of my deck for no reason. You have to cheat it out because if it's a card type, it must be balanced. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, maybe it's a card type so that we have to cheat and play, which makes it... Okay, so that makes it more fair. So if it's not a land, we have to just cheat the card and play with As Foretold or something. Maybe Hypergenesis? Can't remember if Hypergenesis specifies what cards you can play. It's obviously a permanent. Who needs to see what they are playing? You know what would make this actually... I mean, maybe you need to have something like Future Sight in play to make this card more playable. Because you don't know what's on top of your deck. Like, you just can't play... You can't play squat. Okay, I guess technically legal card. Very badly designed, though. Terrible design. Awful. Downright garbage. Okay, 9 Revolutionary. This is a 3-mana enchantment. When 9 Revolutionary enters the battlefield, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. If you do, an opponent gains control of 9 Revolutionary. That's interesting because the trigger only happens upon ETB, so that, like, when you gift this to somebody else, it doesn't do anything for them. And, like, even if they blink it, it's gonna usually come back into play under your control. Usually, that's how this works. Is it possible to play an unknown card legally? I have no idea. I mean, I think you can try. So the way I was looking at it is that you could attempt to play the unknown card, and then if you can't play it, then you get a game rule violation for looking at extra cards on top of your deck. Classic mono green reanimator. You kill our beef, the beef comes back. The artwork looks like the Antikythera mechanism. I have no idea what that is. Is it like a giant clock? Is it Big Ben? Hey there, Gleb. Have a nice stream, everyone. Have a nice viewership yourself. So you can't blink it? No, you can. So the thing is, you can. Me as the owner of the card, I can blink it. It's just that there's a lot of blink cards that say return the card back into play under its owner's control, not its controller's control. So let's say I play 9 Revolutionary, I reanimate something, I then give the 9 Revolutionary to my opponent. If they try to blink it, usually it'll come back to me. So the point is, like, it's like no point in giving it to anybody. Like, what's the idea? So that they can have like a 1 green extra of devotion or something? Oh, do you know what they could do? They could copy it. They might have some cards that can copy 9 Revolutionary and get cards back from the graveyard. Automatic donate on top of a 3 mana reanimate. Certain cards that get value if your opponent controls your permanents. I don't know in any way you can take advantage of your opponent having this card. What's with everyone's like a big bingo? Oh, do we have a donate for bingo? Oh, is donate target? Okay, do you know what? This is a very tough bingo, so we're just gonna have to take whatever we can get over here. This is not really a donate target, though. We are donating it, though. They can sack it. They can, if they can try. They can blow it up. They can blow their own thing up, too. It's intended to be like Eureka, but from the graveyard instead of hand. I suppose so. Copy it and sack it, or do something to it if they wanted to, and if you wanted to, you could blink it. Yeah, I know, I can blink it. They can't. It can't be a donate target if it donates itself. Hey, we gotta be loose with this bingo. This is the super 10 out of 10 difficulty hard mode bingo card. All right, legal and interesting. It's like, this is a very legal card, but at the same time, it's a very useless card. Okay, we got Mutatic Brinna. This is a triple green and a black 1/1 Eldrazi. Not a lot of colorless in this Eldrazi card. Also interesting to note, does not have Devoid. Flying. Pay a white, sacrifice a spirit. Target blocked creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. When Mutatic Brinna enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless you sacrifice it. What? If you don't die, you die. You're meant to the graveyard. Yeah, sack it unless you sack it. You will sacrifice yourself. One way, we can do things the easy way, or we can do things the hard way. Do we have anything on the bingo card even related to this card? So yeah, the card contradicts itself a little bit. I'll take that. I can accept that one. Yeah, choose A or A, where A is very Golgari-like. It never lives. So hold on, what the hell's going on here? So for 4 mana, it's when it ETBs, it has to die. So for a split second, we have this pay white, sack a spirit, target blocked creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. How? How do you pull this off? You need like a ley line of anticipation in place so you can play your cards at flash speed. So I'm just thinking, play Mutatic Brent. So hold on. Okay, target block creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. So I attack with a creature. It gets blocked. Then I flash in my Mutatic Brinna somehow with Quicken or something, and then I can pay a white, sack a spirit, and then my blocked creature gets +1/+0, and then my Mutatic Brinna dies to its own ability. Yeah, we can use. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We can use Torpor Orb. Torpor Orb to get around that stupid ETB nonsense. Yeah, you can stifle it too. Yeah, that'll work too. That stifle, consign to memory, dress down. All those cards will work as well. We need to splash a 4th color to even make this card playable. Classic Abzan Eldrazi Spirit Tribal. That's right. Perfect for my Hollowed Haunting deck. Anyway, this is awful. But doable. The card does nothing. It's a very, very poorly designed card. Yeah, I know. It's a lot of work to get nothing out of it. It's a lot of work to spend 4 mana on a 1/1 flyer. If that. It's like it's all for nothing. Okay, next up we've got Dead. That doesn't sound inspiring. The art is I don't know how to put it. The art is it's peering into my soul here. 3-mana instant, change the text of target spell or permanent by replacing all instances. I feel like there's supposed to be more to the sentence than we have here. Change the text of target spell or permanent by replacing all instances. It's supposed to be like all instances of A with B. Instead, I don't know, it's leaving it up to interpretation. Yeah, what are we changing what to what around here? Yeah, this is an AI gave up halfway. I don't know if we have that on the bingo card. Do we have AI gave up halfway? No. It's a custom card spell. It's a fill in the blank. You know. This is what are those tokens that are just blank, like they're blank white cards and you can write on them? I can't remember. And then you can erase the tokens and do them again. This is just another version of that. This is make your own magic card. You just fill in the bottom. Oh, do we have an all for nothing? Oh, that's a good one. Okay. All for nothing for the last. All for nothing. Infinitoken, that's right. That's what I was thinking of. It's an Infinitoken, but it's an infinite card. It has infinite different ways you could design this. You know, for the right deck, you could write down one thing and erase it and do something else next game. Bingo alert, same name as a real card. Really? Dead/gone as well. Okay, hold on. Where we got same name as a real card. It's bingo. Another bingo. Unspecified that. How many? Wow. How many bingos can we hit on this thing? Does it unspecified? It does have a completely unspecified that. Crazy. All we need is instant or sorcery on the battlefield and we're good. It's still weird that this bingo has deeply voter but not flying voter. I guess it's because it's harder to find a deeply voter. Anything with flying is going to be a flying voter. Okay, anyway, card does not work. Card does nothing. Too open to interpretation. Okay, we got Labyrinth. It is a 3-mana instant. Choose one. Target player gains control of Hat land, and each player draws 2 cards. Okay, for the Hat fams out there. Target player gains control of Hat land, and each player draws 2 cards. So 3-mana instant. Can I steal a Hat land? What is a Hat land? A land with a hat on it? Or is that like a very specific card type, like land-hat, if you know what I mean? This card votes for hats. This card is very fashion, has a strong fashion sense. No, my hat lands! Yeah, welcome to Hatland. Equip your thinking cap at the door. The illusion of choice. Well, everyone's going to draw 2 cards no matter what, so, I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. Doesn't Unfinity care about hats? I think they do, but I just don't know if they have, like, a land of hats. Like a hat land. Must mean a land printed in one of the hat sets. Very possible. If there is a choice to begin with. Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah, it's just choose one. I forgot about that. So, yeah, choose one. Well, I only have one choice. Just imagine adding choose one to every single Magic the Gathering card that is not modal. This is, you know what? You know what this does, though? This makes it a modal card. I swear there's I've seen so many custom Magic the Gathering card shows now I don't know what a real Magic card is from a fake one. But I think there is a few cards out there that care if the card is a modal card. I can't remember, though. I've seen so many custom Magic cards that's messed up with my brain. I could be imagining something that's not even real. Caps for sale. Anyone remember that old book? No, I have no idea what it is. If a hat land becomes a thing, this card is busted. So yeah, 3-mana land steal. But remember, each player draws 2 cards, so that can totally backfire on you. Okay, legal card. Legal, doable. You are saved from the Urank today. Stactals Guild Sikier is a 6-mana 2/4 tree folk horror cleric with ward. Discard any number of land cards. Whenever one or more ally creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, choose one. And it appears we only have one choice. Again, Stactals Guild Sikier is an opponent's next turn. What? Ward, discard any number of land cards. But aren't you allowed to discard 0? Yeah, that's right. That's right, Sheev Lord. And dangerous one. I'll discard 0 lands, thank you very much. Bingo. 3+ creature types on spell. Ooh, there is. We have 3+ creature types. Yes, the whole turn. The art is ace, but some giant. It's like a giant bug, wood bug or some sort. Okay, so the ward is useless. Whenever one or more ally creatures deal damage, so it's for an ally deck, not an ally, by the way. Turns out not an ally. Also, one of the most jam-packed text boxes ever. It is an enchantment creature, a legendary enchantment creature. You can have this as your commander if you want. Look at me. I am your turn now. Also doesn't grammar, where discarding whenever one more ally creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, choose one. Spectals is an opponent's next turn. Oh yeah, you know what? We could we could go with that. That's for sure. It don't grammar. It don't grammar. How does have 6 words in card type and none of them are ally? Yeah, I know. It's a very bizarre ally. Bingo alert, making up the rules? Not really. I wouldn't say it's making up the rules here. It just lost its way halfway at the end. There's a card later on with even more words in the type line. You don't say. How do they jam it in there? Also, only one of one choice. Like, yeah, they're like the previous card. That's just a new mechanic now. You just choose one. The only one. Come take your only choice. All right. Useless card. Doesn't work. To the Urank with this card. It don't Zyber. Keeps telling me to have a choice when I have no choice. Okay. Kudanel of Ganoris. This is a 6-mana 4/1 dog. Interesting. Whenever an equipped creature attacks, it gets +2/+1 until end of turn. Until end of turn. Huh? Whenever an equipped creature attacks, it gets +2/+1 until end of turn. And I guess it's redundant. Untap that creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. What is going on here? I don't know what this card does. Untap that creature until end of turn. What, does it become tapped at end of turn? Untap that creature? I'm untapping it twice. And I have to go back on one of the untaps. And yeah, in case the end of turn is skipped. Just in case. We need to have a second instance of it. It's very insistent. And until end of turn, it says until end of turn 3 times. Our arrival Gid, muscle is the must to fear it. I like that. That sounds like a very militaristic thing to say. Muscle is the must to fear it. You must fear. Do you want amazing art? Oh, do we have that? Amazing art, bad card. Oh yeah, you're right. We do have something like that. All right. Amazing art, bad card. Got our cute little doggy. Do we have a cute? Is there anything for cute here? Other bingo cards have cute stuff. And it insists upon itself. Says Paith Adrian Gal Calwer Thrine. Now question, is this a legal magic card? Whenever an equipped creature attacks, it's going to get +2/+1 until end of turn, It's once we get to the end step. Hold on. Does that mean it gets +2/+1 again? Until the next turn? Until end of turn. Until end of turn. I want to say if the first until end of turn expires, I think the ability is still on the creature until the end of the next turn. That's the way I'm interpreting this. Whenever equipped creature attacks, it gets +2/+1 until end of turn. Until end of turn. So you reach the first until end of turn clause, and now it has +2/+1 until end of turn to the next turn. And then on the opponent's until end of turn, that's when this thing expires. That's the way I'm looking. That's sort of how I'm interpreting it. X until end of turn, until end of turn. Yeah, exactly. This works like cascade. Well, like maybe maybe the backwards version of it. Are you using computer coding logic with an AI generated card actually based? No, I don't know anything about computer logic. I am not a very logical person. This wouldn't see modern play. Oh, absolutely not. 6 mana for this crap? Technically legal? All right. It's technically legal. Booyah. Stupid as hell, though. Does it get -2/-1 after the second turn? Yeah, it would lose it. Yeah. So at the end of your opponent's, so it'd be like +2. I think the way I'm understanding this, it's +2/+1 on our turn, then still +2/+1 on our opponent's turn. But when it reaches the end of their turn, that's when they lose it. If it becomes tap for any reason after that effect this turn, it does not. Instead, since it's untapped until end of turn, does it need to be untapped? Well, until end of turn, untap that creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. Well, I don't understand this thing. This is a nonsensical card. We call a judge for like really weird interactions. This one, I don't think so. Because this isn't like real. This is completely fake. Okay, next up. We've got... God, I have no idea what this creature type is. The Orderline Swing Crocodilector. It is a green 0/4. I'm going to get really close, but I think it's just nonsense. It says something. For all I know, it's got the Bible written in that thing. Okay, well, anyway, your maximum hand size is Dinosaur. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, remove a loyalty counter on a Planeswalker. Each adventure you control becomes a black and red rogue. Pay 0, gain control of another target non-token. I read enough. Does it hit the bingo card, though? Too much text. No, okay, I don't see that any stuff. Okay, that's good enough for me. So Matthew says, I love this card because I want to have T-Rex claws. You know, it sort of looks like a Tarmogoyf to me. Except, like, the head is a T-Rex. It's broken. I don't even think this card does anything. How can your maximum hand size be Dinosaur? That makes absolutely no sense. It's an adventure gone rogue. Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's... Oh. You're right, Corbinek, because it's an adventure, and now it's gone rogue. Yeah, everybody hold on to your dinosaur instead of hold on to your butts. World Watcher says, peak AI-generated card. I want my hand size to be dinosaur. Okay, we're going to look at more AI-generated Magic the Gathering cards. Rate them all, but we got to thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com, my favorite sponsor. This is where I get my real Magic the Gathering cards, not my AI-generated ones, because I play with the real stuff. And you can play with the real stuff too by ordering your Tarkir Dragonstorm cards. And also, Fusion always has a new deal every week. This week, it's 20% off old board game sleeves. That's right, you can sleeve up your Chance and Community chest cards in your Monopoly set. Never heard of it till today, but yeah. But otherwise, buy singles. And also, use coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your orders. whether it be singles or sealed products. Support the channel today. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. Your ability to play any deck, any format you want. Modern, Pauper, Standard, Pioneer, Pre-Modern, Commander, One-on-One Commander, Legacy, Vintage, and more. All on the convenient client of Magic Online, renting with Mana Traders. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_C1C. And now back to AI-generated slop. Our favorite slop, though. Okay, what do we have next here? Commandish the Grounds is a 5-mana 3/2 aura. Enchant creature or card name. It's not something you can enchant. When Commandish enters the battlefield, destroy target permanent. That creature gets an additional +1/+2 and gains first strike until end of turn. I blew it up, though! How? Nikachu, check the answers to the post. Maybe someone deciphered what it said. It's okay. I don't need to know. Master Decepts as a flow of undeath is half the Quirion with a single demon wills. One that intelligences. Yes, we all need to one with intelligences these days. Only the most intelligences survive, says Commandish the Grounds. Yeah, power and toughness on an aura. Well, when it enters the battlefield, destroy target permanent. Here's the way I'm interpreting this thing. You blow up a creature, and then that creature is supposed to get +1/+2 and gains first strike until end of turn. Yeah, so it only will apply to indestructible creatures. So you can make your Blight Steel Colossus like a little bit bigger or whatever. Yeah, technically not an enchantment. It's technically a legendary aura. Strangely enough. So does it still have +1/+2 if I resurrect the card? No, actually. It will not. It won't remember. You'll have to... You could regenerate it, I guess. You could regenerate the creature. But then that's sort of useless. Because you have to tap the creature after that. Wait, what card type is an aura? It's an enchant. I mean, usually it's supposed to be an aura enchantment. Right? In this case, it's just aura. That's all it is. But it doesn't say then. But it doesn't say then that creature. Destroy target permanent. That creature gets an additional. Well, so that creature is going to matter if the permanent that you destroyed was a creature, basically. Because you don't have to kill a creature. You can kill an enchantment, and that's not going to get a +1/+2 counter. Does literally nothing to enchant a creature. That's right. No, it needs a host, though, all right? It needs a host to Commandish the Grounds. I always need a host when I need to Commandish the Grounds. What happens when you enchant the card name? I don't know. That part of this card is bunk. Yeah, I would say it's certainly a no-no. 0 out of 10 would not play in draft. Really? What? It's almost like a bestow creature. Oh, you can also play it as a 5-mana 3/2 card when commanded. Oh, you can. I didn't even real. Oh no, but it's not a creature. I mean, I saw the power and toughness, but the problem is it's actually not a creature, so I can't play it as a creature. Another amazing art being wasted on a stinker card. Silly card text. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down. All right. It can go to the rank. Board it out of here. The Plate of Dutsik Giant. This is a 7-mana 7/4 insect. Other dragons you control have Swamp Walk. I can only imagine this dragonfly is like, how do you do, other dragons? Because I think that's what it is. So it's sort of a flavor win here. A dragonfly, I guess, commanding other dragons. Pay a black. Target creature has base power and toughness 5/5 until end of turn. For a second, I thought the dragonfly was going to upgrade itself to like dragon power, and I just realized this is actually a downgrade. It's already a 7/4 creature. I mean, you could up the toughness, I suppose. Yeah. Hello, my fellow dragons. Welcome, Michael. Ray from Princess and the Frog just leading all the dragons into New Orleans. Never seen it before. Just a normal card that's meh. Well, it's got some interesting dragon implications to this. God forbid your dragons be blocked by black reachers. Oh, does that say reachers or creatures? Oh, no. I know. Well, it's also funny is not... I mean, unless you're playing demons, a lot of black stuff doesn't fly. Now, maybe that's wrong. Demons, vampires. So maybe we need that swamp walk, okay? Look, the dragons and the vampires, they've been duking it out for decades. But it's the plate of the Dude-Sick Giant that's going to lead the dragons to absolute victory. Okay, cool card. Very, very poorly playable, but playable nonetheless. Okay, we got a card from what looks like Alpha and Beta. The Drifter Braver. It's a black 1/1 human soldier. It's got Ward 2. It's very strange seeing Ward with this type of templating. When Drifter Braver attacks, if a creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Interesting. It's a human soldier. You might want to put that in your human deck. Very hard to kill, because it has natural Ward 2. Nothing's going to touch it. So when this thing attacks, if something else dies, it gets exiled. Steve Cooper says it's Zybers. Maybe Steve Cooper is playing a human deck. That's a Fallen Empires card if I've ever seen one. This card has some actual practical purpose. A real card. Sideboard card for 1 mana. You main deck this. You could put that in your human deck, your soldier deck. You attack and you destroy creatures, they get exiled. Well, Renshora. Let's not get carried away here. It's not that OP. Actually a playable card, good card, print it. And like Code says, actual art and template goes well together. I mean, they got the whole package. Technically, I think this should be some sort of spirit. I mean, the picture looks like it's something dead. Not sure why it's still a human soldier. But I guess just human enough. Just hanging on by a thread. The heart beats like once per 3 days. I'm wondering, would these people vote for Deeply? What do you think? Death Touch would go ham? Oh yeah. Attacks if a creature would die this turn, exile instead. The Drifter Braver is the guy in the back. Oh, that's possible. Well, I mean, the guy in the back has less flesh than this one. Look at that arm. You see bones? No, there's flesh on. There's some meat on those bones. He has a ghostly veil around him, I guess. Yeah, very, very, very close to dead. Okay, cool card. Very real card. Sparred Centaur. 6 mana, instant. Draw 3 cards, then discard your hand. Draw 3 cards. Why? Yeah, the fleshes are not being reached in that art. The last art. It's like yeah, it's an even bigger one with nothing. You know, if I'm gonna have nothing, I want it to be as big as possible. Damn it! I'm gonna draw. I want a Wheel of Fortune where I draw 7, discard everything. Yeah, it throws my hand away, but keeps the cards. Madness deck in a nutshell. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Maybe useful for dredge. Maybe. Where you drawing 3 cards is pretty good. You can dredge like multiple times, and then you discard your hand, so you're discarding the dredgers back. This is a very expensive dredge card. I mean, it's not reasonable. Very expensive for what it does. It's possible that it's been play tested, and it has to be this expensive, so it's not going to get abused by other graveyard decks. Current day Yu-Gi-Oh players would love this. Really? Do they utilize the, what is it called, the discard pile in that game? Like Code says, need a card with effect whenever discard a card. Well, that's basically madness. Lorenzio, this is what happens when you let centaurs into the library. They're just gonna horse around. Is that a centaur? I don't see a centaur in here. Okay. Legal card. Maybe in Zybers for some people. It's not broken. Workshop Rats. This is cute. I think this is a very cute card. 2-mana instant. Tap Compendus you control. Get an additional number of any number of creatures you control. What? Draw a card? Get an additional number of any number of creatures I control. So what, like I can have infinite creatures on the battlefield? It only has one drawback. I need to tap a Compendus I control. Are any of the changelings a Compendus card for me? Or you think this is the id danger? Get any number of creatures. Any number. Get an additional number of any number that I have. Okay, we'll claim that it's the id danger spot. So search for all your creatures. Get an additional number. I have no idea. I almost interpreted like you get tokens of all the creatures that you have on the battlefield. Yeah, create infinite copies. Holy heck, I'm catching a Nikachu AI card stream live. Welcome, Sagacious. Just don't print. Yeah, just don't print Compandus. Put Compandus on the ban list. Wait, that other card can work in a Flubs deck, really? Okay, it dangers with all the pointy stinks in the art. It dangers with all the pointy. Oh, I see. Yeah. It's capitalized, so I don't think Changeling Counts should have to be a real card name. Wow. Okay, so this card isn't dangerous. It's Compendus. That's the card that's dangerous. I'm still disqualifying this card. It's just stupid. It's just a little too stupid. Okay, Place of Time. A 4-mana 4/4 Eldrazi. It's like a metal Eldrazi. Metallic Eldrazi. When Place of Time enters the battlefield, starting with you, each player votes for Within. Or mostly mana cost is reduced by the exile cards into your hand. Yeah, the problem is sometimes I'm reading these cards. I don't know if I'm reading them right or it's just talking stupid. Each player votes for Within, or most mana cost is reduced by the exiled cards into your hand. You may cast target instant or sorcery spell with mana value less than or equal to Place of Time's power from them and attach Place of Time to that card instead. It's an Eldrazi. It's been rusting a little bit. It's rusting big time. Rusting so much it doesn't even know what it's doing anymore. And Lore's Gasky. 1 red for a 1/2 insect. First strike, trample. Ah, yes, the 1/2 trampler. Lifelink. Whenever you attack creatures your opponent's control get -2, -0 until end of turn. This card does a lot. This card does so much. The opponent's creature needs to be like a 4-power creature in order to block and kill this thing. In fact, it needs to be like at least a 4. It needs to be at least a 4/2. Super power creep. John Wayne's Gaxie's insect. So just all creatures? Absolutely. Yeah, creatures and creatures. Just unless you forgot. Well, I like the color and the style of the card. It's like parchment-like or olden wood. Yes, I think it's just more parchment-like. Good old handmade paper back in the day. In response, I cast Raid. Destroy target insect. Wait, your creatures also get debuff when you attack? Really? Creatures and creatures. Oh, maybe you're right. So the first creatures is all creatures, yours and your opponent's. The second creatures is just creatures your opponents control. So hold on. I think our creatures get -2, -0 until end of turn, and maybe our opponent's creatures gets -4, -0 until end of turn. Because creatures and creatures your opponents control get... Yeah, so -4 for the opponent. Controller's like, I love this card. Ship it. For the Llanowar. So you could say this creature sucks at attacking. Yeah, so we're going to attack with this thing, and it's immediately going to have -power. Creatures, meaning all creatures and opponent's creatures, double debuff. MTG does not like negative numbers. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, they banned negative numbers. This game's just not what it used to be. Yeah, creatures your opponents control that are also creatures. Okay, whatever. Oh, we have a flavor text. Stead to the night magic. Le inhappenating. Restoration of want take for Llanowar. Oh, that's what, yeah, there we go. For Llanowar. Not Llanowar, Llanowar. Okay, we have Ayanel. Ayanel Thrinax's Lacken. This is a 6 mana 4/4 legendary creature. Creature type we don't know. Trample. Whenever Ayanel deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of target player's library. You may play that card this turn. That's interesting. All you have to do is deal damage to one person. You actually get to exile the card of somebody else's deck. Exile the top card. You know what? Your deck shares a color with mine. I'm going to take cards from there. You don't actually have to take cards from the player that you actually hit. Everyone's talking about the Gruul. Oh, yeah, the flavor text is Gruul. A one-word flavor text. And hey, you have to enjoy that Gruul. You gotta be grateful to have some of that Gruul. Not everyone in the medieval kingdom gets Gruul over there. Yeah, please, sir, may I have some more? Aren't there cards like this already? Probably. What do you think this AI is trained on? Gruul is what... Gruul is what Gruul eats. Yes, delicious Gruul. Has anyone eaten Gruul before? I don't think I have. Or I don't know. Maybe I had it at a hotel, but they called it oatmeal. I didn't feel like it tasted like oatmeal. What exactly in this card art has trample in my is my question. I have no the pot. You throw the pot at someone, it's going to trample over them. Way too expensive. Rev does similar things, but for any of your creatures, triggers multiple times and costs 2 less. Oh, bingo alert. Oh, flavor text is on point. We almost missed that one. Where is flavor text? There we go. We got flavor text is on point. Cool. There is an artifact that gives trample and is a soup pot. There we go. Okay, so this card, flavor win. Win all around. It's not a very good card, but, you know, whatever. It works. We got a vehicle here. It is a 2-mana 1/2 vehicle. Crew 1. If a blue source would deal damage to you or a permanent you control, prevent X of that damage, where X is the number of differently named lands you control. If a blue source... And you can crew this for 1. This is not even very exciting card. Yeah, I mean, that's what I've got. This is just a super meh card. 2 mana for a 1/2, and I have to crew this thing at the same time. If a blue source, which is undisputedly the most dangerous source of damage in the game, would deal damage to you or a permanent you control, prevent X, where X is the number of differently named lands you control. Maybe it's good at defending. Neat ability, but way too specific. Also the wrong color. If it was like red, green, white, I think it could fly. Might be better versus black because they have not so much artifact removal. Yes, blue is very famous for its aggro strat. It doesn't need to be crewed for the effect to work. Oh, you're right, actually. True story. Maybe this is pretty strong. If a blue source would deal damage to you or a permanent you control, prevent X of that damage, where X is the number of differently named lands you control. So in Legacy, I can completely invalidate a Delver of Secrets, or every Delver of Secrets, by having 3 different lands in play. Yeah, go blue aggro decks. Okay, imagine this thing saying red. You meet him on a red deck and just prevent 4 of any dam. Oh yeah, like, this would just kill. This would be just the end. The end of mono red decks. The death. The destruction. The career is over. This card is wild. Okay, at first I thought this card was complete garbage, but it's wearing on me. I like it. Pass. War Deptusion. It's a 1-mana artifact. It looks like something out of Homelands. Players can't cast spells from exile. Ooh. So we'll light up the stage hate. Light up the stage hate. There's actually quite a few cards that are like, here, no, here's all these cards from exile. Oh, that's true. Yeah, no more casting cards with Cascade. You have to exile the card. RIP Food Chain. It's actually amazing. This is a pretty critical... Like, why haven't they made this card yet? This looks like a sideboard staple for some deck out there. Yeah, exactly. It hoses the red impulse draws. Anything that would put in exile. Yep, screws over Miss Hollow Griffin. I don't know if it's RIP Gruel. Finally an answer to Prosper. Niche, but playable as a sideboard card. Oh, super playable. I mean, you could play this in Commander, right? In a combination with Urza Saga. Play Urza Saga, crack it, get your War Deptusion, if your opponents have a lot of cards or a lot of exile synergy. Similar to, but different than Vexing Bauble. Absolutely. Locks down different cards. Weird that it's uncommon. To some degree, I agree with you, Corbinek, because it's not like you can play a lot. I mean, yeah, it's a bit of a weird design to have it uncommon. Usually, cards like this, you don't want to see them too often in a draft, so they're pushed up to rare, so you just don't see them very often. Yep, screws over Bring to Light as well. Stop commanders cast for 1 mana. Does it? Players can't cast spells from exile. I don't understand that statement. Solid card, print it. I agree. I love this card. War Deptusion. Wizards, just steal it. Print it in the next core set or something. Several monsters. Sounds like that's an army we have to deal with. 5-mana enchantment. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put it onto the battlefield. Huh? Man, that sounds insane. That sounds absolutely nuts. Now, it costs 5 mana, so it's not like it's nothing. But that ability is bonkers. Like, I can start rattling off a bunch of 0-mana cards. Yeah, the name is on point. It will be several monsters you have to deal with. You are indeed getting several monsters. Just not for you, it's for me. Perfect colors too. What, being Simic? Storm in an Emrakul. Ship then put in a Game Changer list. No Deptusion, no weirder at uncommon than Weathered Runestone. Yeah, you could look at it like that. You'd have to run enough IS to use this and a creature to make it not suck. What do you mean by IS? You have to run enough. Oh, instants and sorceries. Yeah, that's fine. You know what you could do? You can play adventure cards. Right, that's big brain right there. Oops, it's the wrong sound effect. You know, it's also the wrong sound effect. I don't have. Okay, I don't have a Brainiac sound effect. So what you do is you play adventure cards, and like if it's an instant or a sorcery, it's going to trigger to go find a creature. And that creature, which is technically a creature, the adventure creatures are creatures in general, and you can put those in play. Now they won't be the most impressive creatures, but it's free as free. There's a lot of good stuff in blue and green as well. It's kind of expensive though. Maybe it isn't that bad. Yep, it's correct. Name a good adventure card. Brazen Borrower. I have to admit, in Commander, I don't know if you have enough adventure cards to fill in everything. You also, okay, you have, what's there? Where's the comment? Name a good adventure card. Okay, there's Brazen Borrower. There's the 1/4 Fairy. Love-Struck Beast. I mean, well, okay, you know what? I'm struggling. Maybe you're right. It's slim pickings. Well, there's other cards. I was just thinking in blue and green because we might have to splash red to get the good red ones. The juicy red ones over there. Okay, this is an interesting card to build around. Might end up being one of those cards that are like, wow, this is awesome, and then ends up being trash. It might go in the way of Bootlegger Stash. Could go in the same direction. Nefarious Hourlast. This is a 3-mana star avatar. Nefarious Hourlast power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. So far, a very real card. Whenever Nefarious Hourlast enters the battlefield, each player may destroy up to 3 target permanents of their choice. What? This is chaos! Absolute chaos! And it's funny is they could blow, all your opponents could blow up all your lands. They said, okay, I'll take 3 of the lands, you take another 3 of the lands, take another 3 of the lands, and which would kill this thing too, because then its power would be 0, or power and toughness would be 0. Each player may. Oh, they will. Why would you not? At the very least, you can like nuke this player's board. It's very, I have a feeling this card would be. The way that people would play this card is playing it on turn 3 just to, like, I don't know, wipe whatever resources are on the battlefield at the moment. Yeah, ship it for chaos. Weird nightmare. Weird nightmare. Weird nightmare. Weird everything. Bingo. Oh, mass land destruction. Potentially. You know what? Potentially. Why not? Okay, so. We need that instant and sorcery on the battlefield. That's a hard one. Ariane says, so who's going to be the madman who blinks this over and over? Well, no, probably. I would assume players would be targeting this at the least. Like somebody's going to spend one of their targets on Nefarious Hourlast so that it doesn't get blinked. So you don't have to deal with this crap again. Although there is the risk that it gets reanimated. There is another problem. So it says, each player may destroy up to 3 target perms of their choice. Like the 3 players, they can just go after all of your stuff, right? This is like, okay, you want to play with this stupid card? All right, well, you're going to lose 9 of your permanents, and you can come after our permanents, but we're going to make sure you don't have a good time. This is very likely to backfire on the player playing this. The first ability conflicts with the second. Sort of. It's probably not gonna live. Since this is nonsense cards, use one of the uncards that make players permanents and destroy them. Play this when you have Avacyn play. Lose several friends immediately. I don't know what Avacyn. Oh, is Avacyn like you can't be targeted or something? You can't destroy your stuff, or is you have pro black? I guess it's fair. I think it's fair. I think it's fair only because you're gonna just you're just gonna ask to get your entire board blown up. So I'll say it's very legal. It's Chaos Zybers. Chaos Hug. It's for a Chaos Hug deck. Give permanents indestructible. Yeah. You can make your board indestructible, that will work. All right, we got some super chats here from Winter Fox. Thank you so much, Winter Fox, for your super chats. Some extra cards. I believe with this sums of money, we can look at 3 more cards. Why not? We got the Circle of Protection White Cat. I don't know how many things that this can protect against. Oh no, that's just the name. It's a 5-mana 1/1 human wizard. Flying in haste. Whenever another creature you control is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, you may put it on the bottom of your library. I don't know who really needs that badly. Whenever an opponent casts a spell from a graveyard, you may pay red and 1 generic. If you do, return Circle of Protection White Cat, Circle of Protection White Cats to the battlefield tapped. Otherwise, create a food token. It's not white. Well, the card is not white, but in the image it is. On every level except physical, I am a white cat. This has to be shares a name with a real card. Just drop the cat. No. It's Circle of Protection White Cat. That's a completely new card. It's fresh and original. Never seen before. So wait, this thing in the graveyard just keeps giving you food tokens? Only when an opponent casts a spell from a graveyard. So whenever an opponent casts a spell from a graveyard, you can pay 2 mana. If you do, we get either our Circle of Protection White Cat back, or we get a food token. Graveyard effect infinitely better than on the battlefield. Yeah, I know. The card is not that good on the battlefield. The card is just a crappy flying haste creature. Very doable. It's chewing cable. Stop him. It's that or a very big shoelace. I can't tell which one. Okay, doable card. Crappy card, but very doable. All right, we have a second donated card. The Binis Gorgers. It's an Eldrazi land. Mountains you control have flying. Great. They need to be creatures first. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. I have no objections. Welcome, Danson. We got a lot of first-timers here today. For the Nissa deck. Nissa has a lot of abilities of turning all your lands into creatures. And then they fly. Oh, no. They're not mountains always, though. Sometimes they're forced to be forests. Bingo, land that doesn't tap for mana. You're right. Where is land that doesn't tap for mana? Gabe says it's fine. Even if your mountains are not creatures, it still buffs other creatures that turn. Beaver upkeep, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Yeah, that's true. But it does come at the cost of not being able to tap for mana. Just usually a pretty big cost. Imagine getting punched in the face by flying mountains. I can't imagine. All right, doable. I mean, have you ever tried to block a mountain? I've never tried to start a fight with a mountain, all right? You know, I know where I stand. I'm not beating a mountain. You got to know your limits in this world, people. Sword of Exodus the Eidolon. It is a blue 0/1er Turgle Mercenary as Thing for Fearit Strike. Salute, Sword of Exodus the Eidolon. It makes sense, ship it. No, this card does not make any sense. Yeah, stroke. Well, not super stroke time. I mean, I guess it started off bad and it ended bad. It doesn't have many words, and it's not a card of many words, and frankly, it was a few words too many. Turgle. Yeah, the Turgle has a lisp. It's a standard 0/1er. Yeah, just one of those standard 0/1er cards. What's a 0/1er? I guess it's just slang for a 0/1 card. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles gone wrong. Yeah, I know. This is alternate universe Leonardo. Big sword. Actually a ninja. Or I should say, is a ninja that can be is proud to be a ninja, wearing a lot of ninja attire. Yugi, my grandpa's deck has no worthless cards, but but it does have Exodus as seething. Yeah, in place of Exodia. Yeah, at least legendary, I guess. That's correct. Is legendary. Legendarily useless. Danson, love the AI shows. I normally end up crying laughing. One more for me. Ab for you. Anything, Danson. Let's see what you get here. So random. We got the Shoe Father. It's a 7-mana 6/6 demon with flying. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, that creature loses all abilities until end of turn. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, oh! That's a really fresh new mechanic. That doesn't feel black to me. That feels very blue. So, and what's interesting is it's going to lose its own ability. Oh, no, sorry. It's whenever another creature enters the battlefield. Interesting. So what it is like whenever anyone plays a creature, it will have no abilities that turn. So it's going to enter the battlefield as a vanilla creature. But it's like dressed down immediately. So this actually helps evoke creatures. In some, well, okay, you can get evoke creatures in play for free, but you don't get the ETB. On the other hand, it will kill off ETB creatures. Anti-haste. Yeah, that's right. Anti-haste. No haste no more. No, like, ETB gain life. ETB still triggers since the ability goes on the stack. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, that creature loses all abilities. Oh, you're right. That's right. That's right. Good call. Okay, so what do we lose here? Okay, we lose haste. We lose abilities that are, like, delayed in some way. Instead of summoning sickness, its ability is sickness. Huh. I guess you lose out on protection of something for the turn. You lose out on flying. Well, it's not worthless. It's not. It's not worthless yet. We got to keep thinking about it. So it gets rid of. Yeah, I guess it's just anti-haste. I mean, that's the most powerful. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, Sagacia says gets rid of hexproof and shroud. So for one turn, there is a window. There's a window to shoot those damn stupid creatures. Stops Ragavan, sorta. Yeah, gets rid of the haste on Ragavan. What if it loses flash? I think it doesn't stop cast trigger like Emrakul. Oh no, it won't stop cast triggers. It will all cast triggers are fair game. It's just when it enters the battlefield it changes. You can also kill Unstoppable Slasher. Oh yeah, that's true. You can kill Unstoppable Slasher. You can kill a persist or undying creature, and then it won't come back. It'll be just gone for forever. If Ragavan loses Blitz, does that mean he stays rather than returning to hand? No, actually. He's still going to get returned to hand because that's a delayed trigger. So he gets returned back to hand. Oh, yeah, loses Indestructible. Would stop Grizzlebrand combo? Maybe not. Because remember, as was mentioned, this actually is a trigger that goes on the stack. So in response to the trigger, you can pay 7 life, draw 7 cards, pay another 7 life, draw 7 cards. So actually, Grizzlebrand is still lethal. This is a cool card. Great discussion, everyone. I don't know who the hell will play it, but somebody out there. Captain Rumia! Are calicos just Wooburg cats? I have no idea. Okay, with that, we're gonna look at another card. The F-Carted Choparian. This is a 4-mana sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature. Additional cost to cast this spell. Okay, that's fair. Search target opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for all cards. Exile that card. Shuffle your library. This is 4 mana. Get rid of everything. It does danger. It basically exile everything. Target's opponent graveyard, hand, and library for all cards and exile that card. But they really should. It's a little bit of a grammar mistake. It should be exile that exile all those cards. All cards. You read it. You read it properly. Did the card stutter? Search target opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for all those cards. I don't know why we're looking at all of them. Shuffles your library, not the opponent's. Oh yeah. Well, we're gonna exile them, so we might as well just get rid of our library. What? Yeah, what library? Our library. We still have a library, but we're gonna exile their library. Best mill card ever made, and it's not blue. Yeah, I guess mill is all. You know, mill is traditionally like a pretty blue-black deck, but all the mill cards are actually blue. You search for all, but exile only that one. It needs the flavor text. Yes, all cards. Shuffle your library just to flex. Sometimes you gotta shuffle your library. You need a shuffle effect. All right, that is quite sweet. Wow, we did actually incredible on the bingo today. No actual bingo, though. Very close, though. We didn't get an instant or a sorcerer on the damn battlefield. Why? Why couldn't we get an instant or sorcerer on the battlefield? I don't know. Okay, if you want to be part of the show, you got to be here 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat so other people are part of the show. And of course, thank you to my Zyber Nation for being here today. People like Corbin Kano, Steve Cooper, Dr. Nemo, Gabe, Argentina, Sacacius, Benjamin Berkey, Dinglebag Bell, Nocturnal Sakai. We got Lorenzio, Mordorek, Kano, Light Code, Nuclear Yoshi, Winner Fox, The Damn Draws, Matthew Green, Mam Faxo, Sheev Lord, because you guys are what makes the show every single day. So keep bringing up those coffees, my coffee crew, and we're going to keep bringing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.